Hi, hello everyone. Welcome to Doing Group. We're the manufacturer of the solar panel recycling equipment. Here is the 3D video of this processing line. It includes the frame removal machine, a glass removing machine, crushing separation machine, to can recycle the solar panel and get the copper, aluminium, silicone, and glasses and plastic after processing. We have two kinds of the processing line. One is the fully continuous, and next is the semi-continuous. We will introduce you about the working line, and if you have any questions, you can type in the comment section. Or you can just send a private message to us, tell us how we can contact with you by WhatsApp or email, and which equipment you want to know. So our sales manager will contact with you immediately and just give you a catalog, a price list for you. Okay, and this is the solar panel processing line. We have the capacity of 500 kilogram and 1 ton per hour. Now this is the most popular, but if you need a larger one or a smaller one, all the equipment just support to be customized. We will give you a professional proposal later according to requirements. Okay. So during the live show, if you have any questions, you can send a private message to us. Tell my assistant that what equipment you want to know, or what capacity you have to process every day or per hour, and how we can contact with you. Then our sales manager will contact with you and send you our catalog, price list, or other information that you need. We are Chinese manufacturer. Our factory is in China, in Henan province. You can come here to our factory to see the prototype, and you can send the material to us. You can have experiment about the processing rate. Okay, let's see about the 3D video. And this is the first equipment, the frame removing machine. Oh my God. Okay. Let's go on. The first is the frame removing machine. To remove the aluminium frame, it can just automatically identify the sizes of the solar panel and the whole sizes of this solar panel in the market we can all process. And first is to remove the frame. Just in the edges of the board, and then we will go into this just the glass removing machine. This is a heating zone with the blade, and then they will go into this glass removing machine to remove the glasses just by the rubber, and then we will get the particle sizes of these glasses. The separation rate can reach to 98%. And then the board will go into this double shaft shredder to crush it, and then we can get the particles in 3 to 5 centimeter. Then we will use the belt conveyor to this blade crusher. This is a shredder. Then the products we can get, we'll crush them into 1 centimeter. Then we will use the wind conveyor, go into the hopper, and then they will go into the third crushing step. And this is a grinder. We'll grind it to the particles just into more thin, and they have just a shred that is 40 mesh, and then to control the sizes. Then the powder will go into this ID vibrating screen, which has 3 layers. Well, in the first layer is the particles that cannot go through the shredder, so they will go back to the grinder to grind again. And the second layer is the mixture of copper and plastic. They will go into the air separator. Then the third layer is the silicone, and we will collect it. About the copper and the aluminum, the plastic, we will use 2 separating machines. First is the air separator, that with airflow and vibration. Then the lighter particle, the plastic, will just be separated. And then we will put this plastic into the second electricity separator that will separate again and separate some copper inside the plastic. This is a whole processing line. Well, this is a semi-continuous one, and we also have a fully continuous solar panel recycling equipment, which will added about the automatic feeder and the junction box remover and the cutting machine and so on, which will save more labor and only need 1 or 2 workers in the whole processing line. And for per hour, we can process just 40 to 50 of this solar panel board. Let's see about the new one. And this is an automatic feeder. Well, you have the laser will automatically identify the sizes of the solar panel and put them into the automatic conveying belt. Then they will go into the junction boxes remover, but we don't have this in the 3D video. And after we remove the junction box, and then they will go into this heating zone. Oh no, this go into this frame removing machine to remove the edges, the frame edges in the edges, and that's very quickly to automatic by rotating and remove the frame for 4 sizes. And then that is the heating zone to heat the EV glue, and then we can just go into the scratching machine and to remove the glasses. This is a particles type. And we added a cutting machine. We'll just cut the solar panel into the strips. Just the strips that it's more easy for the next step for the double shaft shredder, the crusher to crush them to more thin and just more envy of these sizes. And this is a semi-continuous. The first machine in the very beginning is the glass is the aluminum frame removing machine. Just we don't have the automatic feeder and the function boxes remover. First, we will remove the aluminum frame, and then they will go into the second one is the glass removing machine. That is the differences. And this just with pressing and heating, and then we can get to the glass particles. to have the good quality. The separation rate is 98%, and it has less powder inside, so we can have selling good prices. And then they will go into the double shaft shredder by the belt conveyor to crush the particles into 3 to 5 centimeter. And then the smaller pieces will go to the crusher to crush again. Well, just after crushing, we can get the particles just smaller than 1 centimeter. And then they will go into the grinder by the wind conveyor. This is a grinder. We'll give the material the third pressing. We'll get more finer. We'll grind the copper, plastic, silicone separately. And then it's this one. Here, this one is the LD vibrating screen, which have 3 layers to separate the silicone and the mixed copper and plastic. Well, we will just collect the silicone in this step, and for the plastic and the copper, they will go into the air separator and the magnetics, the electrostatic separator to separate it again. So for the whole system, it only has the dust produced. So don't need to process the auto removal machine, or we don't have some chemical waste. The only waste we have, the only pollution we have is the dust. So only we can equip it with a post-dust collector is enough. Here is a post-dust collector to collect the dust. Well, our machine, the separation rate can reach about 98 to 99%, and there's no pollution, and it have the wide applications. So just all the solar panel in the market, we can all process, can use to just identify the sizes, and for the different sizes, we can all use the same processing line. Here is the aluminum frame removing machine. And then they will go into the heating zone, the heating conveyor. Then they will go into this removal machine by pressing to remove the particles. This is the cutting machine to cut the board in strips, and then it's more easier to crush and separate them. Okay, now let's see some other information. And this is the 3D layout of the solar panel equipment. First is the aluminum frame removing machine. The second is the glass removing machine, and then by using the belt conveyor to the double shaft shredder. For the first step, we can crack the particles into 3 to 5 centimeter, and then the second one, we can get the particles smaller than 1 centimeter. Then they will go into the grinder by the wind conveyor to grind them into the granular type. Then by the ID vibrating screen to collect the silicone and about the copper and aluminium, copper and plastic, they will go into the air separator and electrostatic separator to separate them. Well, the capacity we have for 500 kilogram and 100 kilogram, just 1 temperature. All the other larger capacity or smaller capacity support to be customized. For the processing line, we can process nearly 40 to 50 board for 1 hour. And here is the raw material and the final products. So for the first step, by using the aluminum frame removing machine, we can recycle the aluminium. Then by the glass removing machine to get the black glass particles. And then the silicone is collected in the vibrating screen, and the copper plastic is separated in the air separator and electrostatic separator. Here is the equipment structure and what is name. Just as I say, and the equipment we can reach to 99% of the separation rate. It's very environmental friendly. We equipped it with the postage collector to collect the dust during the production, and its wide application. While the laser will just identify the sizes, the whole sizes of the solar panel and market, we can all process it. They have a high working efficiency, can process just 40 to 50 or 60 word per hour. Just we can process 1 board without 1 minute. And this is the working process. The first is the solar panel. Then we will use the removing machine, the aluminium removing machine, to get the aluminium frame. And then the glasses, we remove the glasses by this machine. It is a pressing to get the glass particles. And then a shredding machine to get the material in 3 to 5 centimeter. And then the crushing machine to get the particles into 1 centimeter, and the grinding machine to get a granular shape. The sheathing, or we call it ID vibrating screen, is to recycle the silicone and also demix it of the copper and plastic. We will recycle in the air separator and electrostatic separator. So well, the crushing machine, grinder, and the air separator is in the box type, so it can lower the noises and just collect the dust during the production. So for the whole processing line, we don't have much noises. It can just smaller than 85 decibels. It can reach to just meet the standard of the production. Here is the first, the aluminium frame removing machine. It uses the PLC interface control and automatic sensing system to automatically remove the Lupino aluminium frame for different sizes. And this is a glass removing machine. It includes the heating zone, the inlet, and the outlet. The glass will just fall down in this belt conveyor, and then by this we can collect it in this step. And this is some project cases. And now we have customers in more than 120 countries. So it's very convenient for you to just contact with our sales manager, and if you need to visit our project cases, you can ask our manager that if in your country or city or next to your country or city, if they have our cases, and just if you can visit here. Or you can just come to China, come to our factory to see the prototype and the processing line during the production. Here's other details of the equipment. First is a double shaft shredder to crush the particles into 3 to 5 centimeter. The material is the H13 alloy, high hardness, high toughness, longer use. You can use for nearly half an hour or just half of the year. And it have a crusher for second crushing. Use the 6.5 manganese alloy, also have good toughness. And a grinder to get the granular shape of the particles. Just can separate the silicon, the copper, and aluminium. The two separator, the first one, the separation rate can reach to 97%. Use the Italian air suspension principle. Easy to operate with the variable frequency control knob. And the second is electrostatic separator. The separation rate to separate under some contained copper in the plastic. The process collector collection rate can reach to 99.5%, so we can ensure the whole processing line is environmental friendly. Here are some certificates, like the certificate of CE, the ISO, SGS, and European Union. Now we have customers just more than 90 countries. So if you want to just know more information about the solar panel, want to set up this business, you can contact with us. We are just Henan doing environmental protection technology. Henan is the principal name, and doing is our company's name. We're a subsidiary company, just a comprehensive environmental protection machinery manufacturing company, integrating consulting and the manufacturing, installation, and after-sales service. So only process an independent technological R&D team who have obtained a number of utility model patents and innovation patents, but also has a professional manufacturing team and after-sales team to guarantee your product quality and user experience. So we have the solar panel recycling equipment, the lithium battery recycling equipment, and also we can recycle the PCB board, aluminium, plastic, or waste cable wire, and so on. This is just the common electricity waste. And also we can process the biomass and get biochar by using the combination system. Can recycle the flue oil from the waste tire waste plastic by using the by using the pyrolysis system. This is other product. So during the production, or if you have any questions or want to know more information, you can just contact with our sales manager. They will tell you or send you our catalog. If you need the price list, our manager will give you the quotation for you. This is a case in China that to process 50 kilogram per hour, and this is American cases that have 50 ton per day. After processed the solar panel, well, the final products is the copper, the aluminium, the glasses, silicone, and the glasses. Well, the glasses is we have most of them. It occupies nearly 70% for board, and also we have just nearly 10% of the aluminium frame. Then for copper, it occupies nearly 1%, and for the plastic, nearly 10%. And then we have the silicone, almost 5%. And the silicone, we have a kind of silver, at nearly 1%. So it have the more higher prices. There's some just various metals. And about our service, include the pre-sale service, after-sale service, and on-sale service. For the pre-sale service, you can visit our factory. It's in Henan province. We have the prototype for the semi-continuous and fully continuous processing line. Well, you can send the material to us. You can have experiments of this. We have a one-to-one device configuration scheme and a plan to equipment placement site. That is a work by our engineer. And on on-site service, you can check the production of the machine anytime and communicate with the equipment manufacturing progress. For the after-sale service, we have 1-year warranty, and we can send our engineer to your workshop, get the equipment installation and debugging, and give your workers of the technical training. That is all we have. We don't only have the solar panel recycling equipment. We also have we can process the lithium battery, the solar panel, the biomass, and with tire, with plastic, by using different technique to recycle the valuable things. For example, the tire, we can recycle them and get the tire oil, which can use that the bricks factory, cement factory for heating, and also to recycle the biomass, like the wood, the sawdust, or corn cob, and then can get the biochar, the charcoal, for heating, for just barbecue, or just other things in industry or daily use. And also for the lithium battery, the NFP lithium battery, and this kind of lithium battery, we can recycle the copper, aluminium, and the black powder after processing. It's a different technique, and if you have any other questions, feel free to ask in the comment section, or you can just send us a private message. Tell us how we can contact with you more conveniently, and which equipment you want to know. Then our sales manager will contact with you and send you our catalog. So for the solar panel, it have a very high value to recycle, and it's very popular in just the world, especially in the European countries. So when the solar panel became the waste, to have a big value to recycle these things, like they have the silver inside, they have the copper inside, the silicone inside. So if you just want to set up an environmental friendly business, well, a sales manager can give you more detailed introduction of the policy, the market about this business. We all use the physical method, just crushing and separation. No air pollution to these chemicals and water pollution. So it's very environmental friendly. Just through this method, we can get different products for get the profit again. So if you have any other things, you can type your raw material or your capacity in the comment section, or you can just send a private message to us, because I can't watch the comment section just any time. I can't just give you a very frequent answers. The daily capacity is 500 kilogram and 1 ton for per hour. If you need a larger one or smaller one, or can be just customized, we will give you a professional proposal according to requirements. Now let's see some video first. This is a fully automatic solar panel recycling machine. Here is the automatic feeder. This is, we used the frame. We identify the sizes automatically by the laser. And this is the frame removing machine. You can see this is a fully automatic frame removing machine. Don't need labor. It can just rotate the frame, rotate the board, and get the frame for 4-step. And the semi-continuous one, we need the workers to change the side of the board. And also we need the workers to put the board on the machine, on the device. And this is the glass removing machine. To press the glasses and get the particles. And that's by using the cutting machine, a cutting blade, to get the strips. Then they will go into this ID double shaft shredder. In this step, this is a double shaft shredder. The strips will put it into this shredder and to crush them to this kind of particles in 3 to 5 centimeters. But this is without just cutting them. We used put the whole board, so it's not very envy of the sizes. But we use a cutting machine, we'll get more envy particles. Here is the grinder. So the grinder, the air separator, and the crushing machine is all in these boxes, in the large boxes, to just lower the noises and to control the dust. Okay, let's see the 3D video of the solar panel. This is a capacity for 50 kilogram per hour. First, we used the aluminium frame removing machine to remove the frame outside the panel. Now we'll use the board heating zone to just remove the EVA glue. When by just pressing, get the glass particles. Then the board without glasses will go into the ID vibrating at the double shaft shredder to get the particles for 3 to 5 centimeter, and then we will use the belt conveyor, and you can just change it into the seal type, and then go into this crusher. Here is a grinder. And then after grinding to the granular type, then we will put them into the ID vibrating screen, which have two screens. Well, on the bottom, it is a material that haven't been grained separately. It will go back to the grinder for grinding again. And for the middle part, the second layer is the copper and plastic. They will go into the next air separator and electrostatic separator. And for the bottom part, it is the silicon output. And then the copper and plastic will go into the separation system. We have two processes. One is air separator. It will also coat the gravity separation. It will just separate most of the copper here by using the vibration and airflow. And then next, all the part of plastic will shave out, will go into the electrostatic separator. We'll separate again to get more pure plastic and get more copper outside. So the separation rate can reach to 98% to 99%. This is a processing line. Now for the whole system, we equipped it with the post-dust collector to remove the dust during the production. Here is all we have, and during the production, if you have any questions, you can just contact with us, send a private message to us in the background, and our sales manager will contact with you. If you just leave your contact ways, like the WhatsApp or email, and then they will send you the catalog and the price list for you, or other just detailed questions you have, you can all communicate with our sales manager or our engineer. I can see this working process. It will be more clear about what we can recycle in which equipment and what it called for. Yes, you can see more clear. First is the removing machine, or for the fully continuous one, we have the automatic feeder. It will feed the material into the belt conveyor automatically, and then they will go into the second one. It's the junction box remover to remove the junction box, and then they will go into the frame removing machine. Just here, the frame removing machine. After removing the aluminum frame, then they will go into the glass removing machine. And let's see this. Here is a glass removing machine by pressing, and we can get the glass particles. It's very pure, without dust. The removing rate can reach to 98%. Then the board will go through this cutting machine to get the strip side. Strip side will be more easy to crush and separate. They will fall into the belt conveyor and then to transport them into the next double shaft shredder. Here is it, the double shaft shredder to crush particles into 3 to 5 centimeter, and the second crushing machine is to crush particles in 1 centimeter. The grinding machine to grind it into granular type. Then the shaving machine, the ID vibrating screen for with 2 screens. One is nearly 20 mesh and one is nearly 180 mesh. So the particles that cannot reach to the screen of 20 mesh, they will go back to the grinding machine to grind again. And the second layer is the copper, and the plastic will go into the air separator. Okay, and the third layer, at the bottom layer, is the silicone. This is an outlet. Then the copper and the plastic, we will use the air separator and the electrostatic separator to separate it. The first air separator is just by using the vibration and airflow. So the plastic is more light and will suspend on the surface. Then we can just collect them. The copper is just falling down in the bottom. Then the plastic also have some copper inside. So we will use electrostatic separator to separate the next copper and the plastic. So the plastic, we almost have nearly 10% in the solar panel, and the silicone, the copper, nearly 1%. And for the solar panel, the most things inside is the glasses, nearly 70%. For the silicone in the string machine is almost 5%. The plastic, nearly 10%. Also have nearly 1% of the silver inside. Okay, and this is the detailed introduction of the equipment. You can see this is the video. First is the frame removing machine. To use this to press it, and then to cut the 4 sides of the blade. Here is a control panel. So the aluminum frame removing machine uses PLC interface control and automatic sensing system to automatically remove it for different sizes. The second is the solar panel removing machine, the glass removing machine. It includes the inlet heating zone glass removing zone, and glass outlet, and the back plane exit. So the separating rate of the gases can reach to 98%. And the board then will go into the crushing machine. You have 3 crushing machines. The first is a shredder, second is a crusher, third is a grinder. First to get particles into 3 to 5 centimeter, and then second 1 centimeter, and then this is a granular type, the particles things, the powder things. This is used the H13 alloy, just only used to crush the metals. And the second is 6,5 manganese alloy, also have a good toughness. The third is a grinder, so it have a water cover outside to just cool down it, prevent it to reach to a very high temperature, or the gases will melt, and it's more hard to separate the particles, the plastic from the copper. And then the air separator and the electrostatic separator is to separate the copper and the plastic. First, air separator adopt the Italian suspension principles to suspension the more lighter particles, that is the plastic. The separating rate is 97 to 98. And the electrostatic separator separating rate can reach to more than 99%. It's the high voltage electrostatic separation technology. And about the environmental friendly equipment, we use the pulse collector. This pulse value can clean dust automatically, high removal rate over 99.5%. And here's the certificates. And some customers' feedback. And now we have attained the trust of customers in more than 90 countries. So in each continent, we have our customers. You can just ask our sales manager to send you some project cases, or you can come to China to our factory. We have the prototype. You can see the whole process online. Here is our company's profile. So we are a subsidiary company of Doing Holdings. Well, we are a comprehensive environmental protection machinery manufacturing company, integrating consulting, R&D, manufacturing, installation, after-sales service. So it not only possesses an independent technological R&D team who have obtained a number of utility model patents and innovation patents, but also has a professional manufacturing team and after-sales team to guarantee you the product quality and user experience. So the main products we have some waste metals, plastic, electronic waste separation and recycling equipment. Like we can recycle the waste cableware, PCB board, radiator recycling, aluminum, plastic, and we also have the solar panel today we introduced, and the lithium battery recycling equipment. And not only we can recycle this kind of electricity waste, we also have the machine that's to recycle like the waste rubber, waste plastic by using the pyrolysis system and get the heating flue, just the processing the tire oil or the plastic oil. And so we have the machine, the combination machine, to recycle the waste wood or corn cob, coconut shell, the fruit shell, and to the biochar, the charcoal for barbecue or other industrial use. And also we have to recycle the waste engine oil and get the diesel to use that the diesel generator or ferry. this kind of project. Here's other product. And for the project cases, more than 120 countries now we have our customers. You can have a look at this. Almost in each continent, we have our equipment. This is our service, include the pre-sale service, on-sale service, and after-sale service. For the pre-sale service, well, we can visit our factory anytime. It's in Jiaozuo City, Henan Province in China. We have occupied for nearly 40,000 square meters of the factory. So in the factory, we have 2 processing lines, the prototype for semi-continuous and fully continuous solar panel recycling equipment. Okay, and our manager can give you the configuration scheme according to your equipment and your daily capacity and plan to the placement site for you. For the on-site service, you can check the production of the machine and communicate with equipment manufacturing process at any time. And for the after-sale service, we have 1-year warranty. And when the equipment is transported in your factory, our engineer can come to your factory to help you to install, to just debug of the machine, and can give you workers technical training. So here is all the service we have. Our company is doing holdings in Henan Province in China. We are the manufacturer that is founded in 2011 to process this kind of environmental friendly recycling equipment. So I'm sure we have an end in nearly 5 minutes. If you have any questions, you can type in the comment section, or you can send a private message to us. Tell us how we can contact with you and which equipment you want to know. And then our sales manager will give you our catalog. If you need the price list, they will give you the quotation. This is the semi-continuous solar panel recycling equipment. Include the aluminium frame removing machine, the solar panel glasses removing machine, the double shaft shredder, the crusher, the blade crusher, and the grinder, and also the ID vibrating screen, air separator, and the electrostatic separator. Let's see if we have any other videos about the solar panel. We can see. Yeah, this is also a proto line in the factory. Here is the solar panel glasses removing machine. This is a heating zone, and this is a pressing step. We will get the particles will fall down. And here we will link with a belt conveyor to collect the particles. Then by the belt conveyor, here is the double shaft shredder. Next is the crusher, grinder, and the separation step. And let's see this final products. Here is the glasses. It is the glass particles, very pure, without many dust, so you can sold in good prices. And this is a silicone, which have a little silver inside. There's some silver, nearly 1%. Here is also the silver in the silicone. And here is the frame, aluminium frame. And this is a board that without aluminium frame and without the glasses. And so the soft glasses. And this is the plastic particles. And the red one is a copper, maybe 1% of the copper and the solar panels. Here is the board, the scrap board, the raw materials. So from solar panel we can get the first material. The first products is the copper, and second the plastic, and then the silicone and the glasses, and also we can get the aluminium frame here. The aluminium frame. Here are the final products. To get the one shape is the glasses, and one shape is the board, the plastic board. If the two sides is all the glasses, it's not very easy to separate the glasses, more pure glasses. So for our processing line, we always process the glasses that with one shape. Okay, here's all we have. So if you need the solar panel recycling machine, you can just type your requirements in the background, tell us how we can contact with you, and which equipment you want to know, or what capacity you have to process every day. And our sales manager will send you our catalog and the quotation for you. We are a Chinese manufacturer in Henan province. If you need to visit our factory,